So we went over there and we was looking at houses, and the houses and stuff was beautiful, but then we had a really bad experience. Somebody ended up breaking into like our hotel, stole like my wedding bands and a whole bunch of stuff. And I was like, this is a horrible experience. I said, I think that's God saying, take your ass back to California. And I was just like, okay, so we're not coming to Atlanta. And we ended up staying, and that's when I really got into, okay, if I really want to make this work, I need to open up my own salon. I was like, because it doesn't make sense to spend all this money on a suite, and they super expensive when you can have the exact same thing if you know how to do it correctly, and you can have a whole salon. That makes more sense. So that's what I ended up doing. And what was crazy is I would just do everything out on faith at that point. I was just like, well, I want to do that. Well, I kind of want to get a house at the same time. But my husband is a Virgo, so he was just like, nah, we can't get a house and a salon at the same time. I was like, yeah. I was like, why not? Yes, we can. He was just like, that's a lot. And we got a daughter. He was like, that's a lot. I was like, yeah. I was like, push come to shove, if it doesn't work, then we can always get an apartment. Push come to shove, if it doesn't work, the salon, we can always go back to a suite. And I'm like a live on faith type of person, and I just like to try stuff, because if it doesn't work, then at least I can say I tried it. And I got approved for the salon in June, and we got the house approved in July. And I was like, that's crazy. I was like, how the am I gonna make this happen? But God is really just like ordering my steps. I say, whatever your will is, Jesus, let's do it. And it's just been bliss since then, which is insane.